before departing for his next tour in East Timor. Before the Pope's departure, Prime Minister James Marape met him for the last time at the APEC terminal. Others also present at the scene to witness the Pope's departure, including Provincial Member for Western Highlands Province, Wairarapa Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Tachenko, Chief Secretary with the Catholic Church leaders. Seen here is Pope Francis waving for the last time to the people at the terminal before being pushed on his wheelchair into the plane. The Pope's 4-day visit to Papua New Guinea saw him spend time in Port Moresby, where he met with authorities, church leaders, civil society organizations participating in Sunday Mass, and also visited the remote town of Vanimo and met with Catholic missionaries. Pope Francis arrived in Papua New Guinea to speak about unity, love, and peace. He came to appeal for an end to tribal violence, including gender-based violence, and calls for cooperation at all levels. Pope Francis left PNG at midday today for East Timor before proceeding to Singapore and will return to Rome on the 13th of September. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape today farewelled Pope Francis at the Jacksons International Airport. While doing so, the Prime Minister echoed the Pontiff's call for more love, peace and unity in Papua New Guinea.
Prime Minister Marape said the Pope's message on love and peace is to form basis of 49th Independence Anniversary theme. Prime Minister said he was grateful for the Pope's visit, which has come at the right time to remind the people of PNG of basic societal values of living together as one people, as PNG heads into celebrating its 49th Independence Anniversary. He also conveyed his appreciation to Papua New Guineans for putting an exemplary reception for the Pope over the weekend, with a peace and quiet attitude of self-reflection. He urged that this similar behavior be carried forward long-term so the country could experience more peace among its citizens. Prime Minister Marape reminded the youth of work currently happening under this government as assistance. He notes the expansion in distance and open learning education, the expansion in universities and college spaces, new upcoming scholarships for young people in various programs, and the focus of SME to encourage youth to get into self-employment and also become job creators themselves.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape has announced that he will respond to a University of PNG students' petition on September 13 this year, and not September 9 this year as initially scheduled. On Friday, August 30 this year, the Prime Minister received the students' petition and committed to providing a formal response by September 9. He had, however, rescheduled this meeting, stating that this is due to him attending a significant meeting between Pope Francis and the young people in Port Moresby, followed by the Pontiff's farewell. Prime Minister Marape has rescheduled his meeting with the UPNG Students' Representative Council and students to Friday, September 13 of this year. The Prime Minister confirmed that a formal letter has been sent to both the UPNG SRC and the UPNG Council, informing them of the change. He emphasized the importance of addressing the students' concern thoroughly and said he intends to involve the Chief Secretary, Ivan Pomali, in the upcoming meeting to provide detailed explanations on key national issues. Mr. Marape commended the students for their professionalism and maturity in the manner in which they submitted the petition. The petition submitted by the UPNG students in August alluded to several pressing national issues, including concerns about foreign exchange, inflation, law and order, and education scholarship programs. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Wari Bilong You.
Ready to shape your future? Enroll now at IT Job Training Center, IBT College at 6 Mile Kanage Street. We are now fully accredited and registered by the Office of Higher Education, DHERST. We offer business and technical courses that leads to real job opportunities with strong support from day one. Our Brown River Boarding Camp is a focused and secure place to learn and grow. We are here to help you succeed from graduation to real job employment. Enrollment is now open for year 2025 and early bird fees apply. Please call us on telephone 3233-073 or 718-17266 and visit us on our website www.ibtcollegepng.com. We are located at 6 Mile Kanage Street in Ant City. Do not wait. Join us today.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your tailor-made logistics solutions.
Of your risk to the insurance company for unforeseen events.
Join us tonight at 7 as we discuss the insurance industry.
We have workmen compensation policy, we have public liability insurance policies, we have policies for directors
and financial beginning to design new products. That's on tonight.
You're watching National EMTV News. Prime Minister James Marape has announced that
economic benefits out of the project. Marape said the joint venture partners have received the S&T recommendations yesterday and they are waiting for them to respond. He has requested Newmont and Harmony to respond at the earliest so the mine development contract can be signed and the special mining lease issued. He emphasized the importance of not delaying the project, stating that work must start immediately rather than being delayed as the government has seen in other projects. Claire Mauta, National EMTV News.
Following a recent report by the Department of Finance on the cash flow for the last 8 months, Governor for Gulf Province Sir Christopher Haiveta highlighted concern of PNG being on the brink of a financial collapse. The report was titled Cash Flow Report Actuals for the 8 months ended 31 August 2024 and Rolling Cash Forecast for the remainder of 2024. Commenting on the report, the governor alluded to several staggering details, including the first being the Waigani public account deficit of 1.197 billion kina as of August 2024. The account, he said, that is responsible for the majority of government operations. The second detail he alluded to was a total cash shortfall forecast for 2024 to be around 4.6 billion kina, of which the governor said a deficit of this magnitude means Papua New Guinea will not be able to meet even its basic financial obligations like investing in critical infrastructure or services. His third highlight was unpaid debts from 2023 standing at about 1.5 billion kina, eating into the 2024 national budget. To this, the governor said the government is paying last year's bill with this year's fund, further straining the budget. It is noted that the Prime Minister's office is aware of the report and is yet to respond on this. With the recent resignation of the Health Minister, Dr. Lino Tom, the provincial member for Western Highlands Province, Wairapa, reiterates his call for the need to build a big hospital in the province to cater for the influx of patients migrating from the neighboring provinces.
According to the provincial member, the demand for health services in Western Highlands Province is at a peak. People are flooding in from the 6 neighboring provinces to seek medical help.
Influx of people, the demand of services in the province is so big.
Rapa further shared dissatisfaction towards the unfair distributions of funding and other resources.
Some of the provinces are small provinces, but the fundings and the logistics that most of these hospitals are getting is the same as they're even getting bigger than the grants and services that we get in Western Highlands Province. But every day we're having influx of people for about 5-6 provinces in the Highlands region. Agan is the main hospital that serves that.
The provincial member then acknowledged the leadership of the then Minister for Health, Dr. Lino Tom, for his leadership in the health sector and recalled Dr. Tom's declaration to have a big hospital in the province.
Last time when he came for the opening of the in Mount Agan Hospital for launching of the 5-year development plan, and he's declared that Agan will get, we will have next biggest hospital. We had a plan for the hospital for 500 million. Hagen will get the next biggest hospital will cost up to 500 million.
Rapa highlighted Western Highlands province as a center point for the other provinces in the Highlands region, hence an establishment of a bigger hospital is critical.
Western Highlands is a very important province for the Highlands region, and why not? A hospital is one very important thing that we need a big hospital here. I think Minister Duma, myself, and Minister Daki and Minister Tekop, we've been talked about land, and land, we identified land already, so now we need a hospital.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Dear Yuri Primary School in Gumini District has opened its new library recently. Books for PNG Kids CEO Heather Doonan was present to officiate the grand opening.
Dear Yuri Primary School in Gomgala Village is one of the rural schools in Gumini District. The school opened its newly built library last week. Books for PNG Kids CEO Heather Doonan officially opened the library on Thursday at Gomgala Village during her visit to rural schools in Gumini. The library was named after Project Yumi and Books for PNG Kids to appreciate the effort in supporting education in rural Papua New Guinea by supplying books and other learning necessities to rural schools. The library will house reading books and learning materials that were supplied by Books for PNG Kids and Project Yumi to Dear Yuri Primary School. Additional to that, Books for PNG Kids supplied 4 cartons of books to Dear Yuri Primary School at the time of opening. Dear Yuri Primary also received chairs, tables, uniforms and shoes from Project Yumi and is the first to open its library to house books for its students. CEO and team visited schools in Gumini District that have received books and educational materials from them through a vibrant young man, Charles Bilgan. So far, Mr. Bilgan presented books supplied by Books for PNG Kids to 3 secondary schools, 16 primary schools, and 9 elementary schools in Gumini District. Charles Bilgan said as a young educated man from Gumini, he feels obligated to come back home and support the children in the community to get better education. He is looking forward to visit 12 more schools to donate books, making sure no school in Gumini is left behind. Lance Dixon, National EMTV News.
And now we take a look at the NESFAN market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2563 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2488 US, $0.3701 Australian dollars, 0.2166 euro, and 35.1 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copra closed unchanged, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading lower and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
We are your total advertising provider. We are your trusted classifieds provider in PNG, providing print directory services to our customers since the inception of Telecom PNG in this country. Our customers are our assets. To give more value to our customers, we are now introducing the online classifieds, which covers both yellow and white pages. Get your business online now. It provides easy, accessible and convenient service to all your customers. For all your advertising needs, call 325-8344 or email sales@yellowpages.com.pg. Yellow Pages, your total advertising provider for all your advertising needs.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Power Energy Drink. Feel the power.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
EMTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11, 2024. The Top 5 airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News, now moving to overseas news. Ukraine's military says its air defenses in Kiev have been engaged after Russia launched an overnight drone attack on the capital.
Elsewhere, Ukrainian officials say Moscow's shelling in the Sumy region has killed 2 people and injured 4 others, including a 2-year-old girl and 8-year-old boy. 20 homes were hit in the border province, with at least one of them destroyed. Ukraine launched its incursion into Russia from this area a month ago. Soldiers on the front line say they're under constant threat from Russian drones and missiles.
We have the strength, but it's like the 300 Spartans who held off the Persian horde. And we have the same thing, little Ukraine versus big Russia. And somehow we hold on. If not for drones and missiles from Russia, we would have defeated them immediately.
Many towns and villages in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region are now almost deserted as a result of fierce fighting. Russia insists the cross-border raid has failed to slow its advance near the strategically important city of Pokrovsk and claims to have taken another settlement in the area. Ukraine is repeating calls to allow it to use long-range weapons from the west.
The main thing for us now at the beginning of autumn is to strengthen the position of Ukraine, protect our cities and villages from Russian terror, and of course provide more opportunities for our soldiers at the front. This includes Pokrovsk, Toretsk, Kurakov and other areas where Russian forces are heavily concentrated. I thank every brigade and every unit that is holding their ground. This week has brought new agreements on ammunition for Ukraine, on finance for the production of weapons, drones and missiles in Ukraine. Air defence is a constant priority, and we continue to persuade our partners at all levels about long-range capability.
In the central eastern Ukrainian city of Poltava, the victims of one of the deadliest strikes in Russia's 2.5-year-old war are being laid to rest. 55 people were killed and more than 300 others wounded at a military training facility. Friends and family have paid tribute to the dead.
He was killed by an enemy missile. He left behind a wife and 2 small children. From the beginning of the war, he volunteered for the terrorist defence, then signed a contract. He was preparing to go to the front.
Israel says 3 civilian security guards have been killed by a gunman at a border crossing between Jordan and the occupied West Bank.
The day started with a deluge of 50 rockets fired into northern Israel by Lebanon's Hezbollah. Then Maher Jazi, a 39-year-old Jordanian truck driver, is said to have left his lorry at the Allenbury Bridge border crossing before opening fire on civilian border staff, killing 3 before being shot himself. Israel's Prime Minister had this to say.
In recent days, loathsome terrorists have murdered 6 of our hostages in cold blood and 3 Israeli police officers. The killers do not distinguish between us. They want to murder us all.
The gunman's motives are unclear, though Israel's actions in Gaza are widely criticized in Jordan, which is home to many Palestinian refugees.
Mr. Netanyahu also called for unity. But that's something that's going to be hard to achieve in this deeply divided country. Although many agree with his repeated insistence that defeating Hamas is the best way to get the hostages back from Gaza, these people aren't among them.
Late on Saturday, an estimated 750,000 protesters poured onto the streets of Israel, demanding that their government agrees a ceasefire and hostage release deal. But with no such agreement yet in sight, the unrest here looks likely to continue.
A new poll shows the 2 candidates for the U.S. presidency are on the same level, raising the stakes even higher for this week's much-anticipated debate.
Well, it might indicate that the honeymoon that's been enjoyed by Vice President Kamala Harris since she was elevated to the top of the Democratic ticket has finally come to an end. This is the first national poll taken since her elevation that doesn't show her ahead. We had that kind of euphoric August for her, including her formal endorsement and ceremonial endorsement at the Democratic National Convention. But this poll has Donald Trump just ahead, 48% to 47%. It's important to point out that is within the margin of error for this particular poll, which is 3%. And again, it's always critical that we point out that polls are just a snapshot in time. But given that we are now less than 2 months before the presidential election, and even more importantly, we're only now a matter of days before early states allow their citizens to start voting, including the crucial swing state of Pennsylvania. They allow early voting from the 16th of September. It is so tight in this election, it's impossible at the moment to say who is the clear favourite. And it would indicate, though, that Kamala Harris, any honeymoon that she was enjoying has come to an end, and people are increasingly looking at these 2 candidates to decide who they want to be the president of the United States. So this is a potentially critical week for both candidates, given that we do have this presidential debate. It's the only one scheduled between the 2. A lot of people were questioning the value of debates in recent times, but as we all know, it was the debate that spelled the end for current President Joe Biden, the former Democratic candidate, after his disastrous performance. So all eyes will be on how Kamala Harris in particular performs at the debate in the next couple of days.
Officials in Vietnam say Typhoon Yagi has now killed at least 21 people and injured over 200.
Well, according to some state media agencies, the death toll is about 14. 14 people were killed, and I just checked, yes, 14, including 3 in Hanoi, 4 in Quảng Ninh province, and other localities as well. So yes, and talking about the damages, it is, unimaginable. You can see around me here that trees are uprooted. Many of the trees are uprooted in Hanoi, and yes, the cleaning crew is going out their way to clean this up for the traffic to go smoothly as we have in daily situation. I can say that the whole city of Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam, we have been warned about the intensity of Typhoon Yagi. However, this is said to be the biggest typhoon to hit our country in the last 30 years, and I can confirm this because I was born in the early 1990s, and yes, this is the biggest storm to hit the capital city since I was born. And you can see that this is one of the streets in the west side of Hanoi, but this is the same situation or even worse in other streets of Hanoi. And yesterday when I went to work, I was, some big trees even blocked the road, so I had to take a detour. And that is a situation we are feeling here. And many of the cars were crushed by, flying billboards that were toppled and uprooted trees as well. And this is a situation that has not been seen before in the capital city.
Venezuela's opposition leader Edmundo Gonzalez has arrived in Spain, where he has been granted political asylum after fleeing the country in fear of being arrested and charged of conspiracy and other charges.
Spain's foreign ministry said in a statement that he and his wife arrived safely at a military base. An arrest warrant has been issued for Mr. Gonzalez in connection with the online publication of Venezuela's voting tallies, with prosecutors accusing him of usurping functions, falsifying public documents, conspiracy and other charges. His daughter was seen waving at a small group of opposition supporters who've accused the country's president, Nicolas Maduro, of being a dictator.
They forced him to flee. This only confirms that Venezuela is a dictatorship in which it is not possible to live in. If you don't agree with the regime, you have to leave or you might get killed.
I'm very distressed, but at the same time, I think he is safe where he is. We need to keep on fighting with faith. I do not lose hope that this will end as soon as possible.
The result of the July election has been contested, and many countries have asked for the results to be published. The country's electoral authority has not done so, saying Mr. Maduro won re-election for a third term.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Happy Independence, PNG! Energy independence starts here at Theodist. Power stations price ranges from just 1,450 kina to 18,150 kina. And guess what? Buy an EB70 or AC60P kit power station and get a free Talk Celeron laptop. Buy an AC200 or AC300 Max SLR power station and get a free Dell Celeron laptop at Palm, Lay, and Mount Hagen. Don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply. Theodist, proudly serving you for over 50 years.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Join the Abel's Mega Lucky Draw 2024 today. Get a chance to drive one of 2 brand new Suzuki Espresso Mini SUV, 2 winners of 5,000 kina cash, and 2 winners of brand new desktop computers. To join the raffle, just spend 200 kina worth of any Able laptops, desktop computers and accessories, printing supplies, small appliance, and many more. Grand draw is on December 30th, 2024. So hurry, visit your nearest Able stores or call the numbers on your screen to know more details. Don't miss out. Join Abel's Mega Lucky Draw now.
EMTV presents Boku Fusion Season 11, 2024. The Top 5 airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. In a compelling showdown, the PNG Hunters have successfully advanced to the preliminary finals of the 2024 QRL Host Plus Cup, showcasing a dominant second-half performance that sealed a 24-10 victory over the Sunshine Coast Falcons.
So the Hunters
This win not only signifies a step forward in the competition but also marks a remarkable season for the Hunters as they aim for their first QRL Premiership since their historic win in 2017.
Here, Roltinga, he'll dummy, Elijah Roltinga! The Hunters are over again!
The game's turning point came courtesy of the Hunters' relentless offensive push in the second half, overturning a halftime deficit to clinch the win. Key players Brendan Nima, Judah Rimbu, Solomon Wane, Elijah Rotinga and Walantau Loy each crossed the line, contributing to the significant lead that secured their position in the next stage of the competition. Their efforts demonstrated the team's strategic execution and collective drive. Looking ahead, the Hunters are set to face the North Devils in a critical match that will determine who advances to the grand final of the Host Plus Cup. This upcoming game is not just a test of skill but also a moment of potential redemption for the Hunters, aiming to replicate their success from 6 years ago. The stage is set for what promises to be a thrilling continuation of their 2024 campaign. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The Valley Hunters are set to face off Brothers in the Capital Rugby Union Grand Finals after defeating the Harlequins 14-10 in the semi-finals of the Premier Division.
The Valley Hunters have staged an impressive turnaround, defeating Harlequins 14-10 in a tightly contested match in the Capital Rugby Union competition. This victory is a testament after finishing last and holding the wooden spoon in the 2023 season. The match was a hard-fought battle with both sides demonstrating strong defensive plays, but the Valley Hunters' determination and strategic execution has put them in the better side. Harlequins, a well-established team, were expected to give the Hunters a tough challenge, and they did, keeping the game close until the final whistle. However, Valley Hunters' ball control and decisive moments of brilliance allowed them to hold their ground and secure the win. This victory symbolizes the Valley Hunters' remarkable transformation from a team struggling at the bottom of the table last season to now competing fiercely against top teams. The win over Harlequins not only boosts their confidence but also signals their potential to be serious contenders in this year's competition. With improved team consistency, the Valley Hunters are proven that they are no longer a team to take lightly in the Capital Rugby Union. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The president and founder of Hidomo Rugby Nines tournament, Noel Aria, gave an update on the tournament's progress, revealing the dates are locked in for the 6th to the 9th of November.
Mr. Aria said they are working on all the business houses in Milimbe province to come on board and the tourism authority to host a culture day during the game, as the Kenu and Kundu festival falls on the same week as the tournament.
I myself with Milimbe Tourism, so on the 6th of November, I don't care whether it's a traditional song up on the stage, or if I want the rugby league boys, young boys, you may lose thinking lo custom blue you may now, because like intermarriage na you may stop, Highlands Nambish you may stop na. So just to bring out, like if you have a traditional item to perform on Tuesday alone, no rugby league. It's more like a fun day and a culture day.
He said they've currently gained sponsors from Nestle, Chukai Limited and Digicel to host this year's tournament. Having this year to be the second year of the tournament, Mr. Aria revealed his long-term goal for the tournament.
In the long run, I don't want my tournament to be just about money making. In the long run, I want to probably make up a Hidomo team, sanction myself to PNG RFL, and probably tie some knots with the Queensland Cup.
He then shared what he aspires of the tournament in Milimbe province.
The idea I have for this Rugby Nines tournament in Milimbe province is for the kids. And I want the kids to see the professionalism through you former Digital Cup players and the current Digital Cup players.
Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
With 20 days more to go, the New Guinea Islands Regional Youth Games is gearing up for the end-of-the-month games to be held in Kavieng, New Ireland Province.
According to Regional Youth Secretariat Winnie Malim, most provincial districts have paid their affiliation fees. Unfortunately, Pomio District won't be participating. Accommodation agreement, as per discussed with the Games Organizing Committee, has North Arab District at Caselo Community, South and Central Arab District at Sacred Heart Primary School, Talasia, Rabaul and Namatanai District at Mayom Community, Kendrian and Nakanai District at Pitatorot Center, Gazelle District at Panapay Community, Manus District at Kaplaman Community, and Kavieng and Kokopo District are pending confirmation. Ms. Malim said most of the sporting facilities need minor improvement. Sporting venues to host youth games in the province will be soccer at the courthouse, touch rugby at Sanuf and Kopkop Field, Athletics, volleyball, basketball will be played at Utut Secondary School. Other venues are pending accreditation and draws. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Welcome to Hannah's Beauty Box. Whether it's getting a sharp haircut, glamorous makeover, manicure, pedicures, our talented team does it all. Visit our shops today and refine your look with our array of beauty services. Hannah's Beauty Box.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Of your risk to the insurance company for unforeseen events.
Join us tonight at 7 as we discuss the insurance industry.
We have workmen compensation policy, we have public liability insurance policies, we have policies for directors,
and financial inclusion in Papua New Guinea.
To design new products.
That's on tonight.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Now moving to overseas sports. In tennis, the world #1 Jannik Sinner has become the first Italian in history to win his second Grand Slam title of the year.
And he did it in style, in straight sets. It's his second Grand Slam title of the year. Of course, he won the Australian Open, this time defeating the American I was about to say Taylor Swift, and she was in the crowd, but it was Taylor Fritz, 6'3", 6'5", 7'5". Of course, he came into the tournament under a cloud. He had tested positive twice to a small amount of an anabolic steroid. He was subsequently cleared of any wrongdoing due to contamination. He referenced that period of his year in the post-match interview. Have a listen.
This title for me means so much, because the last period of my career was really not easy. There is my team who supports me every day, the people who are close to me.
The Paralympics have come to an end after 11 days of competition in Paris.
And he was just so charming, and just so effusive and so happy. And I guess, in the same mould, Alexa Leary, I think she just captured everyone's hearts in some ways. She was just so excited at what she's done and what she's achieved. And so, for me, yeah, they were probably the two. But, there's been so many, just amazing achievements. I mean, Lauren Parker, winning the triathlon and then, winning the road race and getting a silver in the time trial was just astonishing, and she got to carry the flag at the closing ceremony along with James Turner. So those were probably my highlights in terms of the athletics. I've got another one in terms of just the overall vibe of the thing, but I might throw to you too first before we talk about that, about what was your favourite sporting moment.
Yeah, I think watching Emily Petricola in the pursuit, pursuing her opposition and catching her and winning that way, particularly after her lead-in to the Paralympics 8 weeks out, she thought that she may not even be here. She had a flare-up in her MS, so to come out in here and to break a world record in her heat in that pursuit, and then to catch her opponent is an amazing effort. She also had a bit of a stack 2 weeks out from the Paralympics as well. So not the greatest preparation, but it just goes to show the resilience and that all these athletes have, not just from their day-to-day lives, but in their athleticism as well.
Newcastle Knights have defeated the Dolphins yesterday afternoon with 14 points to 6 victories to secure 8th spot on the NRL ladder.
That final place in the NRL final series, and it was the brilliance of Kalen Ponga that proved the difference. The star fullback set up both tries. Adam Elliott and Brodie Jones scoring the win means the Knights will head north to play the Cowboys in what will be a sudden death semi-final next week.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Boys, what are you doing? Eating without me. Yeah. Want some? Thanks, brother. Yeah, jump in. Snacks noodles, taster, but I like it more.
Protect what you love.
If you want to protect your future, get an HIV test.
But what if I found out I have HIV?
Even if you're positive, you can get treatment to keep you healthy.
Let's get tested so we can plan for our future.
It's the best way to protect what you love.
Protect what you love.
you get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Besta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Besta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our hands. Besta, PNG's premier household brand.
It's the simple things that make life more meaningful and memorable. To rejuvenate in a perfect setting and enjoy every moment. It's about your time, enjoying great taste, to relax and unwind. Shady Rest Hotel, a great place to stay in paradise.
EMTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11 2024. The Top 5 airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him on the walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
Looking at the weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City mostly fine, Daru mostly fine, Kerema partly cloudy with few rain showers, Alotau partly cloudy with few showers and drizzles, and Popondetta partly cloudy with chances of few showers. In the Momase region, Ley City becoming partly cloudy with few rain showers, Medeng mostly fine, Wewak some rain showers and possible thunderstorms, and Vanimo cloudy with some rain showers. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau partly cloudy, Kavieng cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms, Kokopo and Rabau partly cloudy, Kimbe mostly fine, and Buka cloudy with chances of a brief shower and drizzles. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, Goroka Bands and Kundiawa partly cloudy, and Mendi, Tari and Wabek partly cloudy.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 9th of September 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and MNow Biscuits.
It's Smile O'Clock.
It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody is up, up, up. Everybody now brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next. 7 p.m. in Focus. 7:30 p.m. The Pacific. 8